At the Bearden's house on St. Helens Way in Melbourne. I made some reminder arrows. I decided to do a quick video for you, that way you get to hear and see everything that I find as I found it, plus I get to make some notes and talk about. So these reminder arrows, the first one is to talk about the drip edge. So we're going to replace this flashing with your new roof, okay? And then the next one is just talk about all the stuff that you have in the gutters. You got the oak leaves, the acorns, all the granules that have washed off the roof. We'll talk more about the granules in a moment. And then you have the gutters. So one of the very, very unique things about Collis is that we're installing gutters with your roof. Okay, so it's already included in the price. So that's a huge, huge big deal. And you don't have to worry about it. You got some wind damage here. So going back to the granules in every sense of the word are the sunblock for your house. When you lose the granules and you can see the asphalt, the back of the shingle, all the protective chemicals inside the asphalt shingles start to leach out, and then the shingles start to become extraordinarily brittle, just like saltine crackers. And so that's exactly what's happening with your roof now. That's why getting it replaced sooner rather than later is probably a really wise idea. Forget hurricane season, probably anything around tropical storm, force winds or above, these shingles are just going to start to break and then fly off by the dozens. I went around and measured all the vents. I took account. These codes are all about the vents and the valleys. Went around there. Right, you have some soft spots around the lanai where the screen cage meets the roof. We'll take care of those. We'll talk more about that in a second, as well as over there as well too. Let me grab my example here. Let's go around the back where it might be a little bit quieter. Forgive my metal example here. It's really not the top layer that's so important, it's all the layers underneath that are really important to talk about on how we're going to redo your roof correctly. The first one is the re-nail the roof to code. So the code says place a new nail every 6 inches holding your plywood to your roof trusses. We go every 4 to 5 inches. We're going to double, triple the number of nails holding your plywood to your roof trusses. And of course we're going to remove all the shingles, get down to the bare plywood. Anything remotely bad like we talked about in this area down here, on the other side as well too. You get two full sheets of plywood with your roof replacement. Page 2 of the estimate talks about every type of wood imaginable and how much they cost. The really, really important one for your house is called waterproof barrier. Maybe you've heard of the term peel and stick. We're going to cover every inch of this bare plywood roof with this super sticky rubberized waterproof barrier. Once that stuff touches wood, it just literally sucks right to it. You can't even pull it off. In the event, well, not if, but when we get a hurricane, and I really hope you don't get any damaged shingles, but even so, that waterproof barrier is going to keep the water out of your house. That's the whole point of it. So really important. And then on top of that, you could have either your metal roof, or what I wanted to show you, I think with all the oak trees and the palms, I thought this one called Summer Harvest really popped. So I wanted to share that with you as well too. Maybe that one's a close second. It's kind of the modern version of this right here. As you can see, it's got a little bit more contrast, a little bit more definition, they call it. So those will be my 2 picks for you. So I'll just leave this brief and then get down and talk more with Lennis. Thanks.